Okay, so just overall thoughts coming off of that game.
Overall thoughts, I mean, first and foremost, it's definitely great to score my first goal. Unfortunately, we didn't end up getting the win, but we've trained really hard on just working together as a team, as a whole, in order to create chances. I felt like we did that, but obviously in the end, we came out a little bit unlucky, a little bit. We weren't too mature with kind of how to really maintain that lead, and so obviously it cost us in the end.
You know, when you look at the chance creation on the one hand, you know, you guys felt like you had a lot of success with the counter-attacks. Was that part of the plan really coming into this game?
It's one of the things we've worked on for sure. We work on several things in order to be effective in the games, and then just once the game time kind of, I guess, comes, it's on us to be able to really work on what we worked on in training and exploit the team in the ways that we feel like we can exploit them. And so that's kind of the overall goal for us throughout the week leading up to the game.
When you look at Detroit and how they played throughout the game themselves when they got the ball in transitional moments and getting into the final third, do you think that maybe they deserve to get something out of this game overall, or do you think maybe more just some lapses from you guys at the very end?
As I said in the first question, I think it's like the maturity of the group, just because we've been in games where we've started behind, and luckily this game we start ahead, and so now we just have to be smart enough to really manage the game, maybe in those moments, maybe go to the corner, do the things that are necessary in order to keep that lead. So I think that's what it comes down to.
You talked about that maturity and obviously keeping that lead. Is that something that you guys look to improve coming, this weekend? For sure.
That's definitely high on the priority list, because I feel like now we've had enough games under our belt where we've faced a lot of things, a lot of obstacles, and now that we've faced those, I feel like that should only prepare us for what's to come.
And of course, obviously getting your first goal, obviously Joe Margarita, obviously with the assist. But more importantly, how do you feel with the team overall? How the chemistry is and just the overall mood?
It's great. I mean, going into games, there's definitely a whole lot of togetherness in the group, a lot of camaraderie. Like, everyone's bought in, everyone's with each other. We're all just as tight as the next person. All of that's there. It's just now about once we get in the game, that's whenever we have to pick our moments to maybe have a go at each other, or maybe be a little bit more serious with each other, and that's whenever it kind of shows in the end.
Can you break down that play from the goal?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Marga doing his thing, 1v1, that's one of his strengths. So once we get him the ball, we kind of know that he's going to beat his guy. And then for me personally, once I saw he got the ball, I was like, hey, I got to get there, because I feel like it's going to get there somehow with his strength beating the guy 1v1. And then obviously I ran in there. Next thing I know, the ball came into me, and I thought I was going to fly through the net. So I was ready. I was waiting for that one. I was ready for that one. And super excited to be able to get that. And, of course, Margaret doing his thing, super appreciative of him, too, and the whole group. But now we just have to clean up the small mistakes to of course, turn it into the win.